Hello everybody, and welcome back to my home here in East Tennessee on this beautiful, cold, windy November day. Today we're going to be talking about specific care for your Thanksgiving cactus for this time of the year. This is my other red Thanksgiving cactus. It has a Christmas red bloom, whereas Big Red is an orange red Thanksgiving cactus. I've got a lot of buds and blooms all over all of my Thanksgiving cacti this year. And so many of you have had success with yours after I did my cactus videos last year and you shared with me your success. I'm so happy that yours are blooming. And if you're new to my channel, I'm going to do some videos that are going to help you to get yours to rebloom next year. So one of my most frequently asked questions is, what if my Thanksgiving cactus just won't bloom for me this year? What's going on and what can I do to fix that? Thanksgiving cacti won't bloom if they don't have sufficient light or if the dirt they are in is depleted of nutrients. That's the two main reasons that they won't bloom if you've taken good care of your cactus all year. Now, if it's been neglected all year, needless to say, it may not bloom. But let's say you've been watering and fertilizing and draining it correctly, and it just won't bloom. What's going on? Insufficient light might be the problem. These cacti require an eastern-facing window, that's morning sunlight, or a western, mid-afternoon light type of a window to bloom. If it sets in a room with very little light, it just simply won't bloom. If you grow orchids, they need very much the same type of light that orchids do. These cacti are epiphytic and they grow on trees in the rainforest, much like orchids do. If your soil is depleted of nutrients, they won't bloom as well either. That's the main reason I fertilize mine throughout the whole year. They need lots of nutrients to bloom. As you all know, I use runoff fertilizer from my orchids. So whatever my orchids are getting throughout the year, they're benefiting, and I utilize my fertilizer with these as well. I keep my cacti in small pots, but I fertilize them well so that my soil isn't depleted of nutrients. Two things to remember in November about your cactus is, don't move the cactus once you see the buds forming. Leave them exactly where they are or the buds will fall off. If you buy a new cactus and it's budding, just know that the buds are going to fall off, and that way you won't be heartbroken. It's just totally normal. The buds are very fragile, and if you move the plant's location, those buds will fall off. But with proper care, they will rebloom for you next year. Another ironclad rule for your cactus is always drain the water from the dish. While it's blooming and budding, that means don't move the cactus to drain the water from the dish. Use my paper towel method instead. You're going to leave the cactus where it is, and you're going to place a paper towel in the dish. I'm hoping that you all can see this because there's so much cactus growth underneath here. Okay, then I put a bowl underneath that paper towel. And what happens is the excess water will run into the dish and wet the paper towel, and the paper towel will wick it away from the cactus into that bowl that I have in the floor or a bucket. Just make sure you have the bowl or a bucket underneath that paper towel. It works beautifully. I can't move this cactus even if I wanted to. It's so heavy. And this is the only way that I can water it. And by the way, this time of the year, I'm watering my Thanksgiving cacti once a week. You'll notice that they don't drink as much now as they did a few months ago though. Okay, let's say you leave your Thanksgiving cactus accidentally setting in water. and you are sending out an SOS call. Please help me. You messed up, you forgot to drain it, it's been sitting in water, and now it's just all a soggy mess. Okay, my sister accidentally did this about 5 years ago. She was really upset. She called me and I told her, drain the water from the plant immediately and take cuttings of whatever isn't soggy, because you can start a new plant that way with cuttings. Usually the whole thing isn't ruined, just parts of it, unless it's been sitting in water for a long time, and then you could just lose the entire plant. It would be irreparably damaged. Okay, so she took cuttings and she drained all the water from the plant. She let it dry out for about a week. And interestingly, she took really good care of that plant. She was determined. And in about 2 years, with really good care, can you believe it rebounded? Now, they don't always do that, and it takes a lot of patience. But it's fine now. But just remember, leaving a cactus setting in water will damage the roots, and it will make the cactus turn to mush, and you'll probably have to start all over with a brand new plant from cuttings. And I wanted to say thank you to all of you who keep me posted on the success and the progress of your Thanksgiving cacti. It makes me so happy to read your stories. These cacti are so beautiful this time of the year, and they're such fun to grow. And before we end this video, I'd love to say the blessing over you and your families and your plants. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face towards you and give you His peace. You all make it a great day, and we'll see you next time.